Today, Xiaomi, the cell phone manufacturer, dared to launch its first electric vehicle. This vehicle has the particularity of wanting to compete directly with the top of the industry, and in their presentation they constantly compared themselves with Tesla, Mercedes and BMW. The name of this vehicle is SU7, and in their presentation they clarified that this name means Speed Ultra. As you realize from the name, Xiaomi is wanting to make a particular emphasis that it will be a vehicle of very high performance and will not try to be an economic vehicle as it tried at the time with smartphones. Although obviously being their first vehicle presented, it was mandatory that they present the best they can do, and surely later they will be launching models of lower ranges. I'm waiting to see if they present a Redmi SU7 or a Poco SU7 or something like that. For the moment, this vehicle, the truth is that it is spectacular. Let's start talking about the design, where Xiaomi has the particularity of having signed great designers from the automotive industry. So the design is quite nice, modern, even its spoiler is retractable so you can perfectly hide it if you wish. We will also find the completely translucent panoramic roof. The front of the hood has two protrusions that give it a little more style, although several claim that it has a great similarity with the Porsche Taycan. Although honestly I'm not very deep into the world of vehicles, so that's why I tell you that they say so. In the area of the headlights, we will find a lighting strip that also gives much more prominence to this front part. So I definitely think that visually it is a vehicle that attracts attention, and it is also a vehicle of large dimensions, having practically 5 meters long, practically meter and a half high and practically 2 meters wide. It has a wheelbase of 3 meters, so it will have a lot of space inside. Lei Yun, CEO of Xiaomi, compared all the size and space of this vehicle against what we see in the BMW Series 5, and pointing out that it is above the Tesla Model 3. But while we're on the subject of design, let me tell you that not only is it a good-looking car, but it also has the lowest aerodynamic coefficient on the market today, being 0.195. It also has a trunk of 517 liters in the rear and in the front of 105 liters, noting that this front is the most spacious in the industry today. This vehicle will be available in aqua blue, verdant green and mineral gray colors. Regarding motorization and things more focused on mechanics, Xiaomi has presented two versions, SU7 and SU7 Max. We will stay waiting for the SU7 Ultra and SU7 Pro Plus Ultra Max 5G. Seriously speaking, the Max model is going to have an all-wheel drive engine that generates 673 horsepower and is able to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in only 2.78 seconds, showing with this the great power that have the engines that have been developed directly by Xiaomi. And I think this is the most spectacular thing, since Xiaomi was not dedicated to making vehicles, but in just over 1,000 days they have managed to have this vehicle starting from scratch. The base version has a slightly less powerful engine and only with rear-wheel drive, which is capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.28 seconds. And in fact, they have given in the presentation details of engines that they have planned for the future with much more power. And remember, we're talking about an electric vehicle, that's why these figures that I gave you stand out. So next, we are going to talk about the battery, which in the base model, they will have a battery in collaboration with BYD, which is considerably good, but in the Max model, they have a battery developed in conjunction with a company called CAT-L. With this, they would achieve a range of 800 kilometers per hour, thanks to its capacity of 101 kilowatt hours. Although in this case it is worth saying that the kilometers here are not the same as those there, ironically, because obviously they are measuring on Chinese roads, which will surely be very nice and flat, and the autonomy could vary greatly depending on many other conditions. But something that I loved is the very fast charging that they integrate. According to Xiaomi figures, with 5 minutes of charging it could give you 220 kilometers of autonomy, and in 15 minutes of charging you could reach 510 kilometers, obviously with compatible chargers. And there opens another problem of the charging network that they must have if they want to distribute their vehicles in other countries. But remember that for the moment this vehicle has been presented in China. Inside we will find a 16.1-inch screen with 3K resolution. The instrument cluster is also fully digital, 7.1 inches with its display, and it has a 25-speaker sound system compatible with Dolby Atmos, so the experience is going to be supreme. And obviously this vehicle comes with Hyper OS, which is Xiaomi's new operating system. So you would be able to connect your Xiaomi cell phone to your vehicle without any hassle, all instantly, and you would be able to send the apps from your cell phone to your vehicle's display without much hassle. Although they have also announced that the screen will be compatible with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay without any problem. In the safety section, Xiaomi has highlighted that its body is hybrid steel and aluminum, come with 7 airbags and a quadruple braking safety mechanism. Obviously, it also has active safety such as automatic emergency braking, and they have 5 stars in their safety tests. But going back to the topic of the screens and this kind of thing, also in the back you could mount additional screens for the passengers, and also the whole vehicle system can be easily connected to the whole Xiaomi ecosystem, so you could run your blender from your vehicle or turn on the air conditioning or anything that works with the Xiaomi ecosystem. Also, a very interesting proposal is that they have a magnetic button panel that sticks to the bottom of the screen if you are one of those users who prefer physical buttons and not only digital buttons, which seems to me a complete success. But we are not only talking about an electric vehicle, but also a vehicle with autonomous driving capabilities, as it integrates not only a LiDAR sensor but also has 3 radars, 11 high-definition cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and all this working in conjunction with 2 NVIDIA Orin X chips. So it can perfectly take you from one place to another without you touching the steering wheel at any time, and could also get to park in a fairly complex area without any complications, with great precision. Although obviously this works perfectly in China, but the challenge will be to make this work in other areas of the planet, and we would also have to see the regulations of laws in different countries to see if Xiaomi is encouraged to sell this device with all its capabilities in other regions. For the time being, Xiaomi has not announced a specific price for this vehicle, but in its presentation, Lei Jun, CEO of this company, clarified that it is not going to be an economic vehicle, so it is speculated that it will be around $40,000. This has been the first vehicle presented by the company, and it seems to me that they have managed to make a very good impression in the automotive industry, breaking records in different things, since they have focused a lot on emphasizing several specifications where they have currently positioned themselves as the first place, which is very remarkable considering that it is the first vehicle that Xiaomi makes. They have announced that they are going to invest a huge amount of money so that within the next 15 to 20 years, Xiaomi can be placed in the top 5 of the top vehicle brands. Let me know in the comments if you think Xiaomi will make it to that spot. Personally, I am very hopeful that Xiaomi will do a good job. It seems like they focused a ton of their efforts on getting this quality of vehicle, and hopefully from now on they won't neglect so much the whole software issue of their devices that will surely be flooding the comments down here with jokes like, imagine a bug passing you at 125 kilometers per hour. That will be Xiaomi's main challenge, to leave its buggy past behind and give users this image of a strong brand with quality products. Let's hope it succeeds. For the moment, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can tell us about it, and we'll see you next time.